Well then. What's up, weirdo? Shade Tree Surgeon here, whipping the Madam Hexa Tesla, the Hexmobile. I'm here with Cami Bay, and we're recreating, thanks to Madam Hexa, we appreciate you very much, before she leaves for Germany. We're recreating a video that we made with a Range Rover, where we parked it in an EV spot, and then put it online and joked about it, and everybody lost their shit, so.
Which was very funny, guys.
You know, this is the problem with the world. They reserve these parking spots for electric vehicles only. And by the way, I'm sure they make electric Range Rovers, but this isn't one. This is just absolute bull crap, man. Really, really, just absolutely what's wrong with the world. Just the absolute nerve of some people. It's just unconscionable that they would park in the electric-only vehicle parking. You know what I mean? Absolutely, absolutely unbelievable.
No, everybody lost their mind. It was a joke anyway. We parked it there for like literally a second just to take the video.
Chicken wings,
we were eating chicken wings with a Range Rover. Hey, so anyway, so we're like, okay, you know, it'd be really funny. Let's recreate that same video with a Tesla at a gas pump, and then we're just gonna see who's crazier.
I feel like it'll be the Tesla people.
I don't know, man. I'm going with the gas people. I think dudes at gas pumps, like if we park it at a diesel pump, diesel guys lose their minds over electric cars.
Oh
They're just like, I can't believe I'd run it over with my truck. Because people, they go straight from a
car.
They go right to 100. You know, someone parked an EV car at a gas pump. They're like, I would literally murder their entire family. I'm like, whoa, dude, pump the brakes. There's so many of that in the Range Rover when people are just like, I would smash the door in and kick in the windows and I'm like, yo, yeah, I too commit felony level property damage over minor inconvenience. Like, pump the brakes, chief.
Oh my god.
This is what's wrong with the world. You got the #1 diesel pump over here. You got a freaking Tesla just parked right at the gas pump. Okay, I get it. You got an EV car, but you're sitting here blocking the #1 pump. It's just egregious, man. There's so much wrong with the world today and just people's entitlement, and you know, it just really, really goes to show you, man. Just people are just awful. Really, really just absolutely unbelievable. You kind of go in your head, who would do something like this? What kind of person just sits there and has got the audacity to take their freaking Tesla, like think they're so much freaking better than everybody else, and just block the #1 diesel pump? Absolutely ridiculous. Y'all thought I was gonna have to come out here and do this for Cami, and she's just like doing it by herself. Oh, well, okay, you do need a man's help, huh? Oh my god, wait, let me help you. That's exactly how it goes when a freaking BJ is going bad too. It kind of looks like that, and I'm like, I'll just do it. I'll just do it.
That would never happen. How are you just gonna do it to yourself, Marilyn Manson?
Well, it's the inaugural ride of Cami Bay's CBR, the much maligned, the much hated CBR. Looking a lot better these days. Yeah. So I figured I'm gonna have to bust out the Multistrada, the Pasta Rocket, the Ducati, baby, the big red dog dick. So we can match, you know, we can both have sporty bikes. Well, for better or for worse, Cami's back on her CBR. These poor gloves. Everyone talks crap about the nails until they get a back scratch from Cami, and then all of a sudden they like them. You get some head scratches from that girl, and you won't be bitching about them at all. All right, your bike needs gas, and you need a vape. Let's go on a mission.
12 seconds later.
Really? So you can't turn all the way right?
It's hard.
Something's like messed up in there. All right, let's get to the gas station. I'll check it out. Uh-oh, well, this trip isn't going exactly as planned. If the steering is too janky, would you just take it back home? You know what it is, Cami? I'd just put air in your front tire. It's completely flat. Yeah, let me get it started again. I'm just gonna run it back to the house cam. I didn't notice that, but that's why you were saying it feels like you can't turn it. That's why.
I was like, what's going on with it?
I told you I hate this bike.
I can't believe you just said that.
You guys are good to go?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I will be able to get it back.
Dude, this is the new tire.
It makes me think there's something up with the valve stem.
just leave this running. I'm gonna go grab the Ducati. So if you just ride that bike, I'll ride this bike.
Okay.
Well, that was short-lived. See if you can sit on it. It is gonna be a little bit of a reach, but I have faith in you. All right, let me get the kickstand for you. All right, other than that, just try to keep it on one wheel. It's fast.
Is it the same as the rest?
Yeah, it's just 1 down, 5 up. I believe in you, kiddo. Hey, what's up, Richard? Yeah, it's all good. Riding home at 8 miles per hour with a flat front tire, my ass sticking up in the air. Wasn't exactly what I had planned tonight. When we're talking about asses up in the air, it's definitely somebody else's I was thinking of, okay? Not mine, Cammy. When I said face down, ass up, I didn't mean me. We made it, baby. All right, let's see if the Sportster fires up. Got you covered, kiddo.
Thank you.
Oh, of course. You kidding me? I ain't giving up riding with you. Definitely not giving it up. I'm gonna make her pay for me riding that crotch rocket back. Safely on a Sportster. Pretty messed up when the go-to is a 2001 Harley Davidson Sportster over like a 2008 Honda. Even weirder when that Harley Davidson is Shea Lacey's Willem Dafoe's The Green Goblin. A bike that's notorious for the amount of lift time that it's spent, but it is actually off the lift pretty much for good at this point. Well, as much off the lift for good as any Harley can be, but right now it's got that Honda beat, baby. Press up. There you go.
Sorry.
You're all good.
Button go first.
Yeah, go get your vape before you freak out.
I am freaking out.
Especially after the bike thing, I was like, oh, she's definitely freaking out now.
Okay. I'm trying to like not freak out as much. Oh my God, I just get like sad.
You see, she's not freaking out over her vape. She's just sad. And here she is, baby. What a star. Gorgeous, beautiful, and ampersand after ampersand.
Where's my babe?
I'll put it in your purse. Yeah, hit the nectar one more time.
Actually, I haven't had it for an hour. Oh, are you gonna put my jacket on?
Yeah.
Oh my God, who is this? What is happening right now?
Oh, no, it's all good. I got you here.
Oh, you're such a sweet.
I got you. There you go, kiddo. Let's make sure your shoes are on. Your shoes are tied tight. Your lunch pack packed. I just want to make sure my number one son, my number one son is all ready for work.
David Buster's?
Dave and Buster's, baby. I'll follow you. Oh, you gotta admit, that Sportster looks good at night, baby. That chrome just comes alive under the moon. The moon and the street lights is where that thing was made to exist. And I know there's probably a few people down there who are wishing she was on the CBR, but I like the look of her on that Sportster, if I'm being honest with y'all. All right, so where were we? Dave and Buster's, that's right. Cammy is just singing the praises of Dave and Buster's. I've never been inside that place in my life. What the hell would I be doing in a Dave and Buster's? But today's Cammy's day. We haven't been riding motorcycles together in a minute, and it was supposed to be the triumphant return of her CBR. But that's okay, because I know she's a lot safer on that Sportster. I know that sounds counterintuitive, because, you know, we're the ones who did the work on the Sportster, but I just don't trust that CBR for some reason. This doesn't look like Dave and Buster's. This looks an awful lot like the Hard Rock Casino to me. I think I've been bamboozled, hoodwinked even. It's alright though. Pretty much any place that offers free motorcycle parking, I'm down with. You know, I might have gotten tricked, but right about now, I'm not complaining.
I did it on purpose.
You can do just about anything you want on purpose to me, baby.
Okay, I have a favorite machine.
All right, lead the way. I'm yours. So, a subscriber sent $100. I sent $100 and he said, Cammy better put it in a slot machine.
Sent it, so I was like, okay, let's see how lucky it is.
All right, well, I guess I'm gonna have to put on $100 too.
You have to do it too.
Yeah, all right.
You have to do it too.
Well, Cammy apparently knows the perfect one for me.
You wanted the Zeus one? I think it's a Zeus.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. Well, if we had to pick one,
Medusa's
hey,
better.
whatever, I have a type.
Medusa.
Told you it'd hit again. All right, well, that was super cool. Whoa, Take it easy. Well, I might have gotten tricked into going to the Hard Rock Casino instead of going to Dave & Buster's, but that's okay. I actually love the casino, if I'm being honest with you guys. What Kami didn't know is that he said that anything she wins over the $100 has to go to Forgotten Angels. She's happy to do it. She already does a lot of work for those guys, so it doesn't hurt her feelings at all. And we got to have a good time doing it. Damn, who let you out the house looking like that, baby? Shoot. Oh my God. Be still, my beating heart. Listen up, baby. You could be selling shit on a stick and I buy 2. Oh my gosh, that's it. That's it. Now I'm sweating. That's when the light should change. Now the light's not changing. We're just like, all right, well, let's just awkwardly sit here any day now.
All right, up here in the shed where all the magic happens with my man Eric from FNA Customs. If you guys remember him, he's been on the channel for years and years and years and years because he helped me create my chopper, which I remember him very specifically telling me that's the last job I'm ever taking. So I got in right as he did that big switch from building choppers and doing welding and doing all that stuff to making parts, man. And I think it's just absolutely crazy for me to see how far you've come. I feel weird saying that because you do your thing, man. I'm not like, you don't need an attaboy from me, dude. You know what I mean? But seeing you come this far, like this thing was, I remember when I first met you, you had this up. This actual design right here was up in, what was it be, like CAD design or whatever when you were making this?
Yeah. The design for the single mag setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first time I freaking walked in when you were there and it was up on the computer and I just went, well, I don't know what the hell that is, but it looks pretty cool. Anyway, will you help me weld my frame? So I've learned a lot more about what he does. Does this have 2 mags, one on each side?
One on each side.
What in the...
I've never seen one on that side, so I figured might as well.
Neither have I, man. Until literally right now. I'm not like playing this up for the camera. I didn't even know there was a magneto over here. So what is it? It's still a dual plug head.
Yeah, still dual plug. Just has 2 different size pulleys, so that the timing, you know, because the cam timing this one runs on is half speed, so these are used to running half speed.
Dude, so this is just your kit again on the other side.
Well, just that was like a full custom.
Oh set. Yeah, I was about to say, dude. I didn't even see that. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, I took one of the Triumph setups and cut it up and put it on there.
Dude, every little freaking part of this motorcycle is so fucking cool, man. You know what someone might say is, where do I buy that?
This part?
Yeah, where do you buy that? The headlight, there you go. This thing's full of what Eric does, which is insanely crazy bespoke parts, bespoke, whatever. So these lights, this is the oil thing. This is something Eric explained to me a long time ago. He hated the way that that gauges look. So you just got the turkey baster style right there. If you got the right oil pressure, that sucker's sticking up in the air.
That's it.
And that is a FNA original part. Of course, these mags, you're gonna have to get your own. You're gonna have to get your own engraving done, but does single and dual mags, not dual mag like that, but 2 mags on the same side. I'll show you outside real quick. And of course we got the front headlight and remember every bike I saw when I first met you had a little dental mirror on them, and now you can have an FNA dental mirror. Now if you know Eric, you know how damn cool that is. So outside of that was one of everybody's favorite bikes, man. Here's a cool thing about a rat bike, you ain't gotta clean it. It just gets more patina. So that's exactly how the bike looks. Like that's ready to roll. Like I said, when I met, God, has this got dual carbs too? Dude, I see something new on this bike every time I walk around it, man. Twin magnetos on either side, dual carbs on either side. Holy crap, man. Eric's one of those guys that when it comes down to a motorcycle he's riding around, if the part he wants doesn't exist, oh, it exists after he decides he wants it. That's for damn sure. Oh, you make these pegs too? Dude, I'm gonna have FNA cycles down on the bottom there, man. These are parts that I'm telling you, get them now. You ever think sometimes that, not to be like morbid or anything like that, but you think when you get, 60, 70 years from now, they're gonna be like, oh shit, this is an Eric Allard part. I wonder about that. Yeah, and it's gonna be like it's gonna be in somebody's collection.
Stamp or something.
Exactly, dude. It's gonna be like 100 years from now. Someone's at a swap meet and they're going like, oh my God, this guy didn't even know he had an Eric Allard FNA part in there. I got it for only $1,000. So resold it for $5,000, dude.
But probably 95% of people would walk right past it and be like,
That's the whole thing. Even looking at it right now, I didn't even realize. So the mark of every cool builder is to be like, people didn't actually notice what was going on. So let's take a look before I haven't even said it on camera yet. If you want to take a look at this engine and you tell me what makes it special. Because I just originally, when I first saw it and I glanced at his Instagram post, I go, oh, cool, man. Making a Milwaukee 8 chopper for Born Free, which is whatever. Not a lot of people have done it. So I was like, that's pretty cool. Those are only Milwaukee 8 heads. Just the heads. So the bottom end is a
85 Evo. 85 Evo. So it's first year Evo.
First year Evo bottom end.
Basically a shovel head.
That's wild, man. So the amount of engineering that has to go in this is just something that's so beyond me, and that's why it gets done by somebody, by Eric, where you go in and you go like, how the hell did you do that? Because you could even explain it to me and it wouldn't matter. I'd be like, yeah, cool, dude.
Left to still be done, so gonna be a lot over the next few months.
Yeah, well, make sure you're following them on Instagram, man, because this is exactly how new parts end up getting made. You get these new parts end up getting made by making a build and figuring out what really works. I like the pedigree of this too, because over so many years, like you take these Milwaukee 8 heads, you put them on a shovel head Evo style bottom end, a cone bottom end. This is just like traditional Harley all the way. This is the Shovster and the pan shovel and the like
4 valves, you know, so
yeah, dude, putting these 4 valve heads on, this is exactly what these crazy hot rod dudes, all these guys back in the day, they just made these motorcycles that just were the wild, turning everything on its head, putting different parts together, different engines together. Indian Larry and his shovel head front cylinder and his pan head rear cylinder, and Eric Allard FNA Customs and Milwaukee 8 heads on a freaking cone Evo shovel bottom end.
3 magnetos on this.
It's gonna be 3 magnetos?
These heads have 3 plugs. They have 2 plugs already and a 3rd hole for a compression release. So
Oh shit.
I'm gonna take the compression release out
And put another plug in there and just
so
that
dual mag, regular setup over here, and then
the other side will have a mag too.
yeah, and 3 carbs too. So.
You follow that Instagram page. I can't wait to see that, dude. That's gonna be wild. 3 amyl carbs. It's so weird to watch. And when I first started showing Eric on film after I kind of met him, this was one of the first bikes I ever showed, which is still like just insane parts on this, crazy parts and handmade stuff. But then you look at this compared to what you're doing now, and I'm like, dude, just in the time I've known you, what you're doing now seems like so much more insanely advanced.
Yeah, the BMW, that was like 14 years ago.
14 years ago? Well, it still exists. Of course, the Glam Fairy was what made me want a chopper, really. Just seeing this bike out there and how wild it was and how out of control it was what made me want to build a chopper. And if you look at my smaller, shittier version of this, you can tell exactly what it was inspired by. Isn't that wild, Shay? Mm-hmm. You could just look at this thing for hours and find something different every single time, man. And a bunch of WTFs and how does that work and why is that like that? And what is it, 2 front heads you run on it?
2 front heads, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same as on that one.
Oh, then that's how you got the 2 carb thing?
I got 2 carbs and out 2 different sides, yeah.
Dude, doing weird stuff with carbs, man. I freaking love it. I'll tell you, if you look around here, these are bikes that ride, man.
Unicorn thing we're looking at.
Yep, absolutely. I love stealing ideas from Eric. He's got such good ones. It's just crazy how 2 different shovel heads that Eric has built can look so freaking different. You're like, what the hell is this front end even? Did you make those bolts to make them two bolt freaking exhaust yourself? That's wild, man.
Yeah.
Dude, you guys remember my Chevrolet cross-country trip? I had nothing but problems with that single bolt exhaust manifold. Well, there's your solution. You just make it better yourself. Something I found is that cameras and girls, man, not a good combo for kickstarting a motorcycle. All right, y'all. I'm not sure what day it is. I just know it's a different day. We're back in the garage, and if we're gonna make this garage a place that we can, oh my God, that's bright. If we're gonna make this garage a place where we can actually work on bikes, a place where we can actually build Shay's shovel head, and where I can build my bike, I've got to get it a little more organized. Right now, we are just freaking a mess. And I remember back when, before Brapstar, when I was in a one-car garage with probably 6 bikes, and I still managed to build an entire chopper there, a drill press, a grinding station, and all that stuff. So I can definitely figure it out here in a 2-car garage. Like I have a dearth of space, but sometimes I'm just like a goldfish. Okay, I grow to fit my tank, and just kind of whatever mess is allowed, I grow to fill it. So I got to stop that. Let's get this place set up so we can do a little bit of work on the YZ465, and so Shaylisi has a place where she can start building her chopper. All right, getting things organized on the shelves. When I say organized, I mean out of my way, because that stuff is not my concern. That's house stuff. We're doing motorcycle stuff. Let's somehow turn this into a workbench. I'm now confronted with the duality of myself. The duality of myself, where one part of me absolutely hates reading the instructions. The other part of me absolutely hates not knowing how to put something together. I'm just constantly at war with myself. So I'm not going to film this because it's just going to be very frustrating for all of us. All right, well, I love it when a plan comes together. We're looking good here, baby. Yeah, we can really do some work in here when there's nothing else in here, but I'm feeling pretty good. I got my drill press back. I got my vise back, which now I've got, as I always promise, I got to do a little bit of work on the YZ465 at the end of every video. I got my grinder in. Let me tell you what, boys, with a drill press, a vise, and a grinder, there is almost nothing you can't do. And a welder, sorry. Welder, drill press, vise, grinder, you can build just about anything. These are the same drill press, vise, and grinder that I built my last chopper with. That and the same welder that I've got too. And you know what? It's not the nicest stuff in the world, and it ain't a lathe, and you could have a lot better, but I've done a lot with this setup right here. I've done a lot without much up here, let me tell you. I'm stoked to have it back. But I have a secret weapon, baby. The Pistome way. All right, waiting on Shay to come back right now. And of course, I've still got the triple tree up at the ride factory, trying to get that stem changed over. But since I got all this stuff set up, specifically what I set this set up to do is I wanted to be able to polish stuff. And I'm going to polish these top forks. There's a little bit of texture. You can hear it right there on these forks. I believe that they're anodized. I don't know, man. When I see aluminum, I know that aluminum can be made incredibly shiny. I can't see a big chunk, big expanse of aluminum like this and not want to polish it. Make your own jokes. Alright, just a little bit of a break to do a live stream on Twitch with Shaylisi, and it's back to polishing my rod. So I'm not sure on this right now if I'm just polishing the clear coat and I haven't actually gotten it off, or if they even were clear coated, but I've been hitting it with 320. I'm gonna bump it up to 600. Just see what happens. I might have to start with a more aggressive grit. I realize I might have to start with 220 or something like that, but I just want to try these first and see what happens. Yeah, I was fooling myself with that random orderable sander. This stuff is coming off the old-fashioned way. That ain't perfect, but it's a lot better. Like that old saying goes, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, baby. Well, I reckon you can at least tell the difference between the two. I'll give myself that. It was my first time back at polishing for quite a long time, and it is a skill you can lose. So this isn't perfect, but it is, we'll say, better than we started. Better than we started. Or worse, if you don't like polishing things, but I do like polishing things, so I'm going to go ahead and say better than when we started. Oh man, Gosh, this is a never-ending hole. Oh, I think the other one's gonna have to wait till tomorrow. A little bit every day. That's how you get her done. Just a little bit every day. All right, y'all, just a special announcement before the video is over. I actually have 3 different pre-orders available on Brapstar.com right now. As you guys know, everything we do at Brapstar, well, pretty much everything we do is limited edition. I know a lot of people were bummed out that they missed out on the last hoodie we did when we did the Down With My Demons hoodie. This time, we're once again bringing back the Down With My Demons design, but not in a hoodie. This time, it's on a raglan on the baseball tee. Like we always say, everybody's got their demons. Ours just like to party. That's available for pre-order now. That's ending very soon. So if you want to get a pre-order, go ahead and jump on that. Also, for the very first time on a t-shirt, it's been a sticker design before, Foxy Brown in the year 3000, baby. I've been there. And let me tell you, the future is foxy. Super excited about this design. I've been sitting on it for years. I'm so stoked to finally see it on a Brapstar t-shirt. So that's coming out now, sizes small through 5XL. Pre-orders live right now. If you want to make sure that your size is in stock, because when we print these, there'll only be a few over whatever the pre-order is. Make sure you jump on it pretty quickly, because once they're gone, baby. That's just about it. And we are doing another hoodie. If you missed out on the Down With My Demons hoodie and that's the one you wanted, I'm really sorry. It's not coming back, at least not this year. But we are doing the Sin, Rinse, and Repeat. That's the Brapstar motto right there. Sin, rinse, and repeat. Yeah, we can do whatever we want over the weekend. Sunday morning, we wake up and we just wash it all clean. I like to start with a clean slate. You gotta go be forgiven, because if you're not forgiven, how can you make room for more sin? Once again, sizes small through 5XL. That pre-order is live right now. I'm not going to do the pre-order for very long, only for a couple days. Then after that, I'm only going to order a few more of each size over that. So if you want one and you want to make sure you get your size, jump on it now. That's going to about do it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep it weird.